stars, welcome to my channel. If you are new, hit the like button and the subscribe button. Today reading if you are new to the channel, hi, I'm so glad that you're here. If you're a returner, what's up you guys? Sending bundles of love your way. Catch it and receive it, it's for you. So today is going to be another early morning reading. It's about 7. I've been up for about a couple hours, or maybe an hour and a half. Anyways, so hopefully, again, I hope you guys can hear me really clearly. This reading is going to let you know what toxic or harmful traits do you carry, are you showing currently, and any advice that will help you as far as becoming more aware and doing something about it. Because I feel like a lot of the times we do things unconsciously, or not really unconsciously, subconsciously, and that really takes away from our learning because we're not aware that we're doing it. We're just automatically doing it. It's kind of like an automatic reaction, like when someone I don't know, tickles your feet, like your reaction is to like throw a kick or something like that. So you know, you're not really aware of it, and even if you are aware of it, you might not be aware of it being harmful. So I might bring it up in the reading and you're like, whoa, that's a toxic trait that can actually affect me negatively as well. Yes. So I have 3 piles today, and if you're interested in a personal reading, if you're interested in any one of my self-help books, then check out the description box below, and that will redirect you to any of the links and things like that. So let's take our 3 deep mindful breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you guys, sometimes during the reading if you guys see me looking more so right here versus right here directly at you, it's because I'm looking at this the video of myself, like I can see myself right here, and then there's like this mini screen here, and then there's like the camera lens, and so a lot of the times I'm just looking at myself right here on the mini screen and not directly into it like this. So if you see me looking more so over here, that's because I'm looking at the screen. Okay, so now that we took our 3 deep breaths, ask yourself, what harmful traits do I have? What pile has a message for me? Okay, so you're going to choose between the green pen, the pink chalk pen, or the orange highlighter. And I'll give you a minute to do that. Okay guys, so if you chose the green pen, let's see what your negative or toxic trait is. So you have sadness. Hold on. So you have sadness. And if you notice, you guys, like looking at this, you notice how she's gray, but there's like colors all around her. So I feel like you're miserable in your current situation, and this is like misery loves company. So you could be feeling any one of these emotions. You could be feeling sad, you could be feeling bored, you could be feeling sleepy more often, like fatigue. I'm hearing headaches, unhappy, ignored, guilty, lonely, alone. So these could be some of the emotions that you've been feeling lately, or this is just how you've been feeling as long as you can remember. But yeah, there is like a deep sadness. And let's take a look at your other cards. So you have Cancer. So you could be a Cancer, or have Cancer somewhere in your chart. And this is saying creative, faithful, intuitive, charming, and loving. And this could be like your characteristics, or yeah, this could be like who you are, or those could be some things that describe you as well. Okay, so you also have Taurus in reverse, and so each zodiac sign has positive traits and has negative traits. So you could be a Cancer, or you could be a water sign. So the Taurus is in reverse, so you're showing signs of the shadow traits of a Taurus, which is jealousy, stubborn, lazy, dependent, imbalanced, materialistic. And when those needs don't seem to be met, yeah, that could lead to sadness and feeling bored. Let's just continue. You have critical, and you have Virgo in reverse. Well, the shadow traits of a Virgo. So you could be a Virgo, you could be a Taurus, you could be a Cancer, or you can have any one of those in your traits. I meant not in your traits, in your birth chart. So the shadow traits of you guys, let me get it together. The shadow traits of a Virgo is critical, judgmental, old school, fussy, slow. Now this doesn't mean like intellectually slow, but it could mean intellectually slow. And so what I'm getting from this, like, your toxic trait is literally like all that I just said. You're like very critical of yourself and very critical of others, but I feel like this is really just this pile is talking about you, your negative trait, and this like directly affects you because like you're not really happy with what you have, or like what you have is never enough for you. You're a very creative person, but I feel like you think that your creative talents isn't good enough. Like, and I just feel like you might be, yeah, like, I feel like other people are very attracted to you because you're very charming and you're very like, yeah, you have a very charming personality, but I feel like you're extremely emotional. Like, I feel like you feel things deeply, but I feel like you also like take things out of proportion. Like, I feel like you take things the wrong way a lot of the times. Like, maybe you're not not being able to accept criticism, constructive criticism. So I feel like, yeah, like you're someone who's very sad, who's not really happy with themselves or with their life or with their situation. And I feel like you might cry a lot, or just feel that you want to cry a lot. You might feel, look at this jinx, you might feel like people are like wishing bad on you because like your life, like you're just so satisfied, just so dissatisfied with your life or with yourself. Okay, you could like think that your life is alright, but you could just think that you're undeserving, or you feel like you're unseen. I feel like you don't trust easily. You feel like, yeah, you feel like everybody's out to get you. Yeah, you literally feel like you have trust issues. And your trust issues stem from like in the past, not necessarily like your past life, but like maybe in a past relationship. For example, you got hurt, okay, and like you held on until there was no more life in you, so to speak. And so you feel like everybody's out to get you. You feel like everybody's coming for you. You feel like everybody's talking about you, even when it's not about you. I feel like you're submerged in your own head and submerged in your emotions so bad, like so much. Angel, you might see the number 2s a lot. But yeah, I feel like you're very like emotional. You could also need to submerge yourself in water. That's like a spiritual bath, a cleansing. If you don't have a bath, you can do the same thing in the shower. You can do a cleansing ritual in the shower. And if you want, I'll make a video on that, because that's actually, yeah, a lot of people might not be comfortable with taking baths or don't have access to a bath. So yeah, you can cleanse yourself with there just needs to be a cleansing of water, with water. and you can do that in the shower as well, or going to the beach. I don't know like if it's winter where you at, but just the water. You could literally be a water sign. You could be a water sign or an earth sign. But yeah, like I'm really feeling like you need a cleanse. You need to cleanse yourself of these old emotions, of these old feelings, and you need to let yourself know, like, you literally need to walk away. Like, if you need to walk away from whatever it is that's making you feel like you don't matter, I feel like you're afraid to walk away because you don't want anybody to be mad at you or disappointed with you. But I feel like walking away or telling yourself something new will open new doors for you. Okay, once you start, and yeah, like once you start going after what it is that you want, this could be a person, place, or thing. Whatever it is, going after what you want instead of just being a Debbie Downer, doors will open. And you have 7, and for me 7 is like lucky number 7. Like you have luck on your side, you have look, you have luck, you have support on your side, angels on your side. So I also feel like with this cleansing, if you have like, maybe you lost someone, this could also mean like sadness from a loss, and it's affecting every part of your life. You could also, this literally could be the loss of a loved one or the ending of a relationship, or you could either be sabotaging your relationships because you don't feel like you deserve it, or you feel like this relationship is not a good one. But I don't feel like you're really involved in this relationship. I feel like you're so emotionally unstable, so to speak, that even if you are in a relationship, it's hard for you to see like where you come in and what good are you in this relationship or in this situation. But yeah, see, love life. So if you are in a relationship, your emotions are affecting your love life. This lack of trust is affecting your love life. This feeling of you feeling unworthy. But you could also feel bored in your relationship as well, feeling like it's not going anywhere. You have Merlin, which is like the magician, and I do feel like you have the ability to make things happen. Yeah, like you're very intuitive, you're very charming, you're very like faithful, and I think if this is involving like unhappy in a relationship, you're very faithful to the relationship. So I feel like if you want it to work, you have to work on cleansing yourself of these old emotions, because you can't want a new chapter in your life holding on to old betrayals and old hurt. Because it's like if you want to work on it, these emotions are gonna always get in the way. There's this feeling of unworthiness. If you're not working on yourself, it's always going to get in the way. Then you have this new birth, guarded vigilantly. So this could mean the birthing of a new idea, you know, starting to protect your ideas and go after your ideas. Like with this chaser, yeah, just pursue them. Just because you're pursuing an idea, it doesn't mean that it's instantly going to be successful. It doesn't mean that if you have a job that you need to quit your job to chase this idea. No, it just means pursue it in your free time. Start it off as a hobby. You could have shoulder pains or chest pains or pains involving your hands. You could also be very good with your hands, very sweet, very gentle. I feel like you are high sensitive, and your angels just want to give you that nurturing touch, like you matter and you're okay. So the toxic trait that you have is just you have a toxic trait of being too hard on yourself. You also have the toxic trait of holding on and not being able to let go, or feeling like you're not able to let go, you need to welcome and invite forgiveness into your heart. That's what I have for you, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want personal reading to dive a little bit deep, then a lot of bit deep, then definitely check out the description box. Okay guys, so if you chose the pink chalk pen, we're going to find out what your toxic or harmful trait is. This can be harmful to you, harmful to everybody, harmful to someone around you. So you have Pisces, and you could be a Pisces, or you could be a Scorpio with this Pisces and Scorpio here, or you're just showing you could also have it somewhere in your chart. But each zodiac has a positive and negative traits, and so both of these was in reverse. So you're showing signs of the negative and harmful traits, because that's what this video is for. So this could describe you now, or this is how other people would describe you. Yeah, so moody, negative, lazy, idealistic, escapist. Then you have jealous, possessive, secretive, dominating, resentful. So that already just lets you know those are the toxic traits that you have. Those are your toxic behaviors, or that you're showing signs currently. So you have chaser, you have hero, shadow, scowl, dark cloud. Okay, so I feel like you're a go-getter. Okay, and I feel like you're very intuitive, just naturally intuitive, like you naturally know things. With this right here, and it's with that eye right there, this also could be a need to protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your peace, protect your mind, protect your ideas. So I feel like you're someone who's beautiful. I feel like you're physically attractive, or people feel that way about you. But I feel like you're beautiful, but I feel like you're someone who maybe has like a nasty personality, or you're someone who's like pretty but mean, or something like that. Beautiful but like cutthroat, don't play no games, or don't have a sense of humor, someone who's very serious or something. I feel like you're someone who gets it, like you don't back down. But I also feel like you're so egotistical, and that can also trap you, you know, being. And I also feel like with this, you know, you have a tendency to be resentful and moody and negative, and this escapist. I feel like whatever you could be escaping into food, like you could have a food addiction, or any form of addiction, like something you're consuming is poison, or it could be like something that you're consuming is poisonous or toxic to your health, with this crazy mouth eating that mouse. So and this could be anything really, but it's something that you're eating, or something that you're eating for sure. It's really poisonous or toxic. It doesn't have to be like literally poisonous, but it's very toxic to your health, and that is going to keep on making you feel very low vibrational and feel these like heavy negative energies. So I feel like watch what you're eating. I really feel like you need to consume more greens, more green fruits and vegetables, more blue fruits and vegetables, and you will notice that you feel energy-wise a lot better. You could be married, or you could be wanting to get married, or thinking about leaving a relationship, or have left a relationship recently. With this spouse in reverse, or your relationship could be something that's your toxic and harmful traits and behavior could be what's causing the relationship to spiral downward. I mean, this is like so expansive with this spouse here. I feel like maybe you're in your head about your relationship, or maybe you're feeling negative and moody or jealous within the relationship, and that's causing, you know, conflict, you know, or dominating, you know. This could be a one-sided relationship where you're neglecting your relationship, or just jealous of your relationship, or jealous of something in your relationship. Or you could feel like just this not trusting. Okay, no, I'm not saying like you shouldn't trust this relationship. I'm just saying for you, that's what there's like conflict in the relationship. But I feel like you personally, like maybe you're jealous or possessive, or feel like your partner is secretive. Like this is like could go on in many different scenarios, so take that how that resonates. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like this relationship though has been through like a lot. Okay, it's been through a lot. But yeah, it's been through a lot, and I feel like you're in your head, like, so maybe you're like having a mental battle. This could be like depression, or this could be just overthinking. But I feel like, yeah, with the being right beside this trap hole, I feel like you are trapped in your mind, or trapped in your own negative thoughts, and it's making you moody. With this Egypt in reverse, I feel like, yeah, I feel like you don't feel like this relationship is going anywhere. Or I feel like you're afraid that they might leave you. Okay. Because I don't, right there, now I'm thinking about it, it's like you are, this is like chasing, but I don't, it's like you're chasing your goals, and you're also chasing, you could be chasing them away as well. I'm hearing trust issues, like you don't have any trust issues. But this says have faith in the process. Okay, that's your message here, to have faith in the process. So okay, so let's just break this down. So to have faith in the process, that means if you are chasing your goals and going after your goals, and you feel like it's not working out for you, that's because I don't feel like you're taking appropriate action. I feel like you're really lazy, but you like to complain. And like I said, if you're sensitive, watch one of my nicer videos. But this I can't sugarcoat this. This is like this is coming out in a very strong way. So there's my little disclaimer. So yeah, so I feel like you're not making any physical moves. Okay, you're in your head, and you could be escaping through food, but this could be like any form of thing that you do. Okay, it can be food, it can be whatever you're consuming. Okay, so you can consume things in any form. Okay, this could be social media, this could be porn, this could be alcohol, drugs, you know, taking too many herbs, eating too much. This could be you're escaping. Okay, you're not addressing situations, you're not opening a line of communication. Okay, you're keeping everything to yourself. I feel like you're very in your head. But I feel like you're very beautiful. Very beautiful. But and if you wanted your relationship to go anywhere, you have to give effort. You have to work on building trust. You also have to work on you know, your own inner battles. Whatever you got going on in your mind, like, speak up on it. Also have faith in the process, okay? Because everybody is not going to be successful at the same time. This isn't a race, this isn't a competition. So when you're having faith in the process, you know that all of this work that you're putting towards, whatever you're putting it towards, is going to pay off. Now, I'm not going to preach about success, because it could be success if you're putting in the work, but it could also be success if you're hurting yourself and escaping. So you could be an successful escapist, someone who just escapes in their whatever you escape in, you know, or you could be someone who's successful at going after their dreams. But I feel like you need to work on getting out of your own head. You're like trapped in a hole in your head because you think too much, and you're jealous and possessive. Yeah, you're jealous and possessive, and you might resent something, but it's like maybe you want to apologize, or maybe you feel like you're owed an apology. You have to just open a line of communication, I'm hearing, or some. Okay, so this right here is, you can see that that's SpongeBob and Plankton, and they gossiping. So you are the topic of someone's hot gossip. Haters gonna hate, so keep doing your thing. So yeah, like with this, like yeah, I feel like yeah. So there might be someone around you that you know that's like goofy, and they talking about you, but they goofy and they silly, and who cares what they got to say. You keep on doing your work. Like, if you're really working towards something great, that's great for you. But it's like you have support in your family, you know, like, or you're close, whoever you have close to you. With the spouse card, it's like, don't chase away your support. Don't chase away what you do have that's good in your life. This could also represent like you feeling stuck, but you're only stuck because you're stuck in your mind. You're not literally stuck. And stop focusing on like trying to make sure nobody talks about you. Okay, you guys, yeah, have faith in the process is the big message here. And it's like you have to put your effort into something. Like, it's not just gonna work, you know, and you can't just be looking at what, like, maybe you're looking on social media and just getting upset at everybody else's success that they're showing. That could be you. That could be you showing out your success, but you're putting so much effort into being jealous, and you're not putting enough effort into putting in the work. Okay, and you're very moody. Okay, you're very moody, but it's because I feel like you need to eat foods that red foods. You need to eat a lot of red fruits and vegetables, as well as green fruits and vegetables. And let go of that lack mentality. Okay. Yeah, like, there's no need for you to be jealous or resentful of your life because you're looking at someone else's life. Like, everybody will have their turn of success when it's their turn. You just focus on putting in the work, and not only putting in the work, you make sure that you're having faith and trust in the fact that all of your success, you'll be reaping the rewards very soon. So yeah, you guys, that's what I have for you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope that was helpful on telling you your harmful and toxic traits. Okay guys, if you chose the orange highlighter, let's see what your toxic trait is. So you have Libra in reverse. So each zodiac has positive traits and negative traits. So yours was in reverse, so that means you are showing you could also be a Libra or an air sign. So anyways, lazy, indecisive, unreliable, superficial, manipulative. Now superficial to me means like being ungenuine, being fake, not being real with yourself or anybody else. So yeah, you have the Griffin. You have Mask of Darkness. Yeah, so yeah, you are being manipulative. Silver Tongue. You got the Snake Fang. You have Winged Minion. And you have Bubble Crash. So you money hungry or you stingy with your money. You might also be being manipulative for money. For the love of money. Gotta make the money, man. Money, man. It's still a slam now. But yeah, yeah, so you might be manipulative for money reasons. You have father, so if you are a male, you could be a father. You could have father issues, male or female. You could have father issues. Feeling unwanted, feeling neglected. Feeling like nobody care about you, so that's how you're gonna treat people. But yeah, persecution and inquisition. So with this one, I feel like, see, because like if you can, well, you can't really see her. Oh no, my battery's about to die. Oh, I can't stand when that happens. But if you can see her right here, this persecution and inquisition, what's going on is I feel like you're hung up on how people used to treat you, and like how they used to treat you, and how you had to protect yourself or put on this mask or pretend you're this type of person, and then you're still leading that. You're still leading by that. You know, I ain't never have nothing, so I gotta do what I gotta do type of thing. But you're going about it in a manipulative kind of way, like just using people, or just not being real, maybe lying. If you're selling a product, maybe lying about it to just make the sale. You have trust yourself, but it was in reverse, so you're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting your intuition. And you have fear. That's literally why you're operating off of fear. Maybe you fear being humiliated, so maybe you're like taking people's, this is just an example, maybe you're like taking people's pictures off social media and just posing them as your own. Just because you feel like your pictures or whatever you got is not good enough. You might feel worthless, insecure, scared, anxious, or fear rejection. And so you've put on this persona like of not caring, or just not wanting to try out of fear. But it's like, yeah, so your toxic trait is not trusting yourself, being lazy, indecisive, unreliable, not being genuine, manipulative. So I feel like you need to get to know yourself past those titles that you gave yourself, or past whatever you relate to. Like if your father wasn't in your life, like, sorry guys, my battery died. So as I was saying, like so your father, like for example, if your father was not in your life, or you feel like he carried you or left you, you have a tendency to just, I feel like you're very toxic with your words, or just very venomous. But yeah, like whatever relationship you had with your father, it is affecting what you have going on with you, like currently. So like your father wasn't in your life, so you have a fear, you have developed a fear of rejection because you wasn't good enough for your own father. So how can you be good enough for someone else? Okay, you wasn't good enough for your, you know, you wasn't worthy of your father's love, so, you know, you don't feel worthy in any form of relationship. Okay, and then you're anxious about change. You're anxious about whether you're doing things right. You're not able to really accept genuineness as well, just because you're scared that they might leave you, or you're scared that they're just telling you what you want to hear. And there's like this really fear, there's this like really strong fear behind that. And so what you have to learn is you have to learn to trust yourself. You have to learn to build yourself up. You have to take those masks off that you identify with, because those pains that you identify with, and you carry that mask like, oh, I'm this girl who don't have a father, like, poor me, I didn't have direction, you know. And that's you like crippling yourself, you know, because you're giving yourself that title, you know, carrying around that mask. And it's like very strong lack of money, or lack of resources, lack of finances. There's just this huge lack mentality with this pile. And you're very like indecisive, like you're unsure of what to do, or which direction to take. And whenever you're unsure, you have to learn to trust yourself and trust your intuition. And look at all those animals around her. That's your spirit team, like, protecting you. Those could also be like people who really genuinely love you, that's around you, and you're not able to see that because you think it's ungenuine, because like everybody leaves you, so to speak. But really that's you like beating yourself up. This could also be you in other relationships, or this could be you in relationships with yourself, like how you feel about yourself. Yeah. So yeah, you need to learn how to be trusting of yourself, and learn how to be understanding of your life and of the situations and of other people. It's not so much to understand like I will never understand like why my father wasn't in my life. And it's not really for you to understand anything past that. They were human and they chose that, and it had nothing to do with you, and it wasn't because of you, it was because of them. And you have to really understand that, and that's all that you need to understand. Stop trying to make it fit. Like, he left me because I wasn't lovable. He left me because I was a crybaby. I would have left me too. That's not the case. He left you because of his own choice, and it had nothing to do with you. Okay? Or whatever the situation was, it had nothing to do with you, and it wasn't because of you. So that's why I'm saying like it had nothing to do with you, because it wasn't because of you. Okay? Or sometimes our parents make choices that they think is right, or because they don't know what else to do, so they make stupid decisions. That doesn't mean that it's your fault. And so you have to get in the habit of not taking on the blame and not taking on the faults that don't belong to you. How your mother turned out, or how your father, whatever your life turned out to be because of your parents, is not a result of anything that you do. Your life as an adult, now that is, that's all up to you. You can either be the person who wears the mask and say, I am what my mother says, I am what my father says, or you can choose to be whatever you say, to live however you like. And that's what I have for you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Thanks for watching.